Welcome, welcome. So, if you're on YouTube, welcome. We are on Whatnot. We are doing the Fall for Handmade Market. I was asked to show how to do a couple of things in my show last night, so I decided to pop on here for a little bit. Probably won't be on for a long time. Hello. Hi, Alice. How are you, love? Are you feeling better, babe? I would hope so. Hi, Jesse. I rarely do I get on the app in the mornings and I always miss your shows and it stinks. This is that remember we were talking about what I was working on? This 12 millimeter lab is just to die for. Anywho, and it's funny that I was working on this when you were doing your necklace today. Yeah, no, I'm in love with this strand of beads. Just like almost every bead is like way flashy. And yeah, so it's funny that we were kind of on the same page today. Um, so you are aware, just for future reference, I have my covers on them, but I sell these crimp pliers. I sell these needle nose pliers and then the flush cutters. And then I sell them individually and I also have them as a 3-pair bundle. Um, so just for future reference, they're not the highest quality, but they're like my favorites. You know how when you get those old grungy tools and they're like your favorite? Yeah. So I sourced enough of them to offer them to the newer beaters and I just keep them in my bin at all the time. So thanks for that shout out. I appreciate it. Um, we're going to do my absolute least favorite thing in the world today. Hello, everyone. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Hi, Wendy. Yeah, that tub is but the pictures do not do it justice. And first of all, if you're coming to Arizona, you need to reach out to me because I live in Arizona and I go to the gym show every year. Second of all, it is an actual place that is off site. Yes, they have a booth at the show, but to go to their location and just be able to go through their warehouse is amazing. Yeah. Um, they have this huge warehouse and you can just go through and tour everything. And they actually own their own mines in Madagascar. So there's that too. Tamika, custom wood burning. Thank you so very much for the raid, my friend. See, I'm here. I was just listening to you. You know that whole FOMO thing? I didn't want to miss any info. And besides that, I had to make more coffee. So, yeah, it's awesome. Let's do a raid giveaway because Tamika rocks, right? Um, you're going to get I don't know, an inspiration card. I have ephemera packs put together if you're a junk journaler. I've got all the things. So you're going to get a package of inspiration, whether it's bead related, card related, or ephemera related. Depends upon who you are. So there's that. Um, we were doing my show last night, and if you are new to me, hi, I'm Tam. Um, I am going to be the point of contact for the handmade market for December, January, and February. So if you have any questions or just are kind of lost as to what's going on, please feel free to reach out to me. Wire Weaved Uniques Bailey and I run a monthly raid train to support the handmade community. There's so many things that are going on And I think it's a very exciting time for the handmade community. And getting into it at this point is really a good thing to do for everyone. Um, so, all of that said, the giveaway is running. Jump in there. We're going to do my least favorite project today because I did a buyout from a lady, and bless her heart. And I mean that with the utmost love. Um, her design concepts are pretty spot on, but she is in her late 80s. And this is the kind of stuff that I got from her. I'm selling it as beads because it's not doable, y'all. And this is what happens. She does her stretch bracelets. She has a larger bead and she fills it with super glue. Sweet baby. Thank you so very much for the raid, my Moon Creations. I hope you had a fabulous show. We have a raid giveaway going on. Jump in it. It is going to be for some inspiration, whether it is ephemera pack, beading, or just an inspiration card. Did you have a fabulous show? Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Let me see if I'm following you. Let's see. The phone's in the holder and I can't get to it. Segue. My Moon Creations. All right. We have 5.0 rating, 5K sold, 2-day average ship time. Hi, Amanda. You are in Illinois. Handcrafted and vintage and crafty things, a little bit of everything. That is awesome. Thank you so very much for your raid. I am already following you. Guys, look at this. Mixed media. I love mixed media. Okay. So everybody please give them a follow. And we're going to go on. Katie, hello, my love. How are you today? I am just popping through here. I am modding some people. There is no obligation whatsoever to stay to hang out. I'm just covering my butt because you guys know when I get in that creative zone, I get lost. I had a I'm going to say this. I know Tamika was doing her talk, but I'm going to say this. I was in somebody's show earlier this week, and it's someone that because you guys know I just kind of bounce around. And I had purchased some things from her, and she says, I'm not kidding, out loud, "Oh my gosh, Tam, thank you so much. I totally thought you didn't like me." And I'm like, "What?" And I put in chat, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "Well, I was in one of your creative shows and I was making comments and you didn't say anything. So I figured I kind of just figured I had offended you and that you didn't like me." Custom wood burning. Congratulations, my friend. I'm going to send you some fun stuff. And it made me stop and think. You're welcome, dear. I mean, it's appropriate. You rated and you get the giveaway. It's kind of a thing these days. So it made me stop and think, how many times do we all just get in our own heads and we think, oh, this person didn't see my comment, so, or they didn't respond to my comment, or all of those things. And you have to understand the chat flies by really fast. And when you're doing stuff and you're trying to pay attention to what you're doing and that chat's just zooming, you can't do everything at once. So it's very important, first of all, to have good mods. Second of all, do your best to acknowledge people, but also as if you're newer to the app, if you put a question mark before what you're typing, it automatically makes it go yellow. And if it's something important or a question that you need answered from the host, do that so it catches your attention. Because right now I see a blur of chat up there, like way up there. And what I'm seeing is Katie saying, "Do what?" The rest of it is kind of a blur. And it was just a random thing that I popped into her show. It was a random thing that I purchased something. And she actually said that out loud, which was, I was so very grateful for. And I told her, "Thank you so much for saying that out loud." Absolutely not. I love your shows. I I can count on one hand the number of people on this app that I really don't like. So just keep that in mind when you're running your shows, when you're doing demos, all of that is pay attention to who is in your show. And you don't have to answer every single thing that pops through. But if you see somebody new in, we've got our friends that hang out, we chat, we talk. And a lot of times newer people come in and they feel left out or slighted. So, oops, sorry. So, as a whole, with the handmade community, I just want everybody to be conscious of that and pay closer attention. There's my lecture for the day. Um, Hi, Kathy. How are you? R&D, how are you? We had a fun show. I'm going to scroll back because a lot of people came in, and I don't know if I missed everybody, but we're going to do our best here. Um, I can't. It just keeps redoing. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Just welcome. Y'all, welcome. Thanks for joining. So we're going to get back to this craziness that this beautiful soul did. Um, Her design concepts are amazing. Her execution sucks royally. So what I have been doing, hi Viv, how are you, dear? I have been selling these as design packs because the loops that she uses are for the most part horrible, and the earrings, I mean, it stands straight out. It doesn't even hang down. All of this needs minor adjustments. The bracelets themselves need to be restrung. And we were talking about it in my show last night, and somebody had said that they wanted to make stretch bracelets for Christmas gifts. I mean, the stuff that I got from her is just beautiful. Um, it's just not put together well, but it's amazing beads. She does not discriminate between stone, crystal, or plastic. So you will find them all mixed together. And we were talking about this, and somebody said she wanted to make bracelets for Christmas, and but she'd never made one and what kind of string to use. And I'm like, oh no, okay, well, we need to go here. So this is what happens. She strings her beads, they're pretty, they're sparkly. She ties her knot, and then she puts super glue on her knots. I take a deep breath, and I say this with the utmost love. If you are a beader and you have super glue in your bead room, take it to a different room of your house or throw it in the trash. Just throw it away, please. Trash. Because this is what happens. When you put super glue on knots, here's what not to do with the utmost love. Yes, throw it in the trash. Every bracelet I got from her does this. And the reason I discovered it is because she had made a set of bracelets for me, and I put them on while I was at her house. Rob and I got in the truck. We started to leave. I went to reach for my cup of coffee, and it snapped and beads. So Respectfully, please, please, please do not use ever super glue in your beading. If you require a glue, whoops, invest in GS Hypo Cement. It is the only thing that is not going to eat away at your stretch cord. E6000 will eventually eat away at your cords. Super glue is horrible. Please, 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 if you are going to do bead projects and you are going to sell them and it requires glue for anything, please purchase GS Hypo Cement. Kathy, yes, it does ooze. What I typically do before I open it is I flick it down, because what that is that air bubble in the top, depending upon how you store it. Another good way is to store it on end like this. So when you do open it, mine's probably glued shut because, I was doing a class. Yep. But this is the fun thing. It doesn't stick to your skin like super glue. So when you open it, just flick that down and it should take care of most of it. It has a little stainless steel tip that goes down inside of your stainless steel and it keeps it from getting clogged. Yeah. Well, it depends on how much you make jewelry. I mean, legit, it takes one drop to glue a knot. If you're using it to do like glue on bales, you don't really need to. I mean, you're going to use more, obviously.
You good?
Yeah, I just started. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
You're welcome. Hi, baby.
I'll yell at you in 15 minutes when I get that drink.
Yeah, good.
Thanks, love.
Um,
Everybody says hi, babe.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. So if you're using glue on bales, you want to use this. If you're putting cabs in the cab trays, you want to use this. This is the only glue that I use on my jewelry. Now, I use this glue. I have this in my room when I'm doing stringing projects, and I dip my string down in it to stiffen it to make a needle. But that is the only other glue that I have in my bead room. And that's just for the ease of stringing beads. So you can, filling a cord and maybe use a toothpick. Oh, you mean for getting this nonsense? Are you talking about getting this out? Ma'am. Oh, so it doesn't ooze all. It's going to be, this is too tiny for a toothpick. It's like, but see, the thing with it is it's going to ooze a little bit, and that's okay. Oh, which helps if you hit the whole damn. Do you know how hard this is to do on camera? Hold on, I need my eyeballs. Yeah. So filling a cord in, maybe, yeah. Maybe as hard as in person. Guys, I was being a smart aleck one day, and we were doing a class, and I had this in my hand, and I like picked it up and stuck it in with one hand. And I was like, I will never be able to repeat that again as long as I live, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. So anyway, so here's the fun part. Does anybody remember who it was that wanted to learn how to do these silly bracelets? So anyway, I have these for sale. I have tons of them in different colors. I have them in stone. Um, I have them obviously in blingy, shiny crystals. And put a blob on something else and grab it with a toothpick. Never mind, I'm making it more difficult than it has to be. I have done that, Kathy, especially when I'm doing like glue on bales or something that is repetitive. So I'm not messing with that oozing everywhere. I will put my favorite thing is to do like the little plastic, I probably don't have one around here, the little plastic caps that come on like yogurts and stuff. I just usually keep one in here and I set my glue on it when I'm using it. It, I mean, it works, right? Remake this one. Okay, I can do that. I was going to do an amethyst one, but I can do this one. So basically with this, first of all, this is a plastic bead, and we all know my thoughts on plastic beads. So see how I'm pulling this apart? This is just like a disaster, you guys. I love her. She is an amazing lady. She is an 80-some-year-old lady that is just so full of sass. Um, I see myself her. I see myself in her in like 20 years. Because, yeah. Anyhow. Yep, replacing the plastic ones. So we have tried so many different ways to get this glue out of here. Some of them are easier than others. A couple of them, she just full on filled it with super glue. So that's a disaster. But it's fun. So when you're doing stretch bracelets, I generally use the 0.5 millimeter and I run it through twice. So let's say we're going to do an 8-inch bracelet. I cut, come on, unravel for me, kids. I will cut like 20 inches. It gives me a couple of inches at the ends to play. This is just, I have so much stuff on my desk right now. That's the problem. So I have 20 inches of stretch cord. It is 0.5 millimeter. We got another raid. Gypsy Heart 84. Hello. Thank you so very much for the raid. I appreciate you. Y'all, did you have a good show? Let's check out Gypsy Heart. Gypsy Heart Trista has a 4.9 rating, less than 1 day ship time. Hello, y'all. Thank you for stopping by. I've got a gypsy heart and a hippie soul. Joyful member of Whatnot Fam. In my shop, you'll find one-of-a-kind pieces made from a variety of mediums and even an occasional oddball thrown in. I am a pet-friendly home, here to support, have fun, and make friends. If you ever have an issue with an order, please message me so I can make it right. That is amazing. So you have a lot of Disney. Ooh la la. Beaded bracelets. That's awesome. Got it, Greta. Thank you, love. Well, welcome. We are doing a little bit of a demo here. We're making a stretch bracelet and we're just getting started. So this is what we're going to do. Um, when I'm making stretch bracelets, like I said, I double the cord. So we're just going to assume it's an 8-inch bracelet. So I have cut 20 inches. There's a couple of things that are really important when working with stretch cord. You want to pre-stretch. Tweet, hello, babe. Hi, Lost Mermaid. How are you, darling? So you want to pre-stretch it. And I'm pulling both sides. I know you can't really see, but I'm giving it a good stretch because anything that is elastic, it's going to lose the tightness of when you get it. So by just doing that, I have literally added 3 inches to this and it is now 23 inches. Okay. Yeah, we've got some wild colors going tonight. So we have it pre-stretched, right? Hi, Melissa. Hi, MB Desert. Welcome. I am going to try to function and not hit the camera. Camera's right in front of where everything in my world is. I'm going to get a little one because I don't want to mess with it. Excuse me. Yeah, it's been raining here for like 4 days. I feel like I'm going to need to build an ark soon. I'm in Arizona, so this is like crazy cold and whole things. Anyway, they have things called bead buddies. You can use a paper clip, you can use a binder clip. You just want to clip off the end where our two loose ends are, and then we have a loop up here. So, one of the things that I do is I take a piece of my tiger tail, 4 to 5 inches. I cut it off. I bend it in half. I take my pliers, squeeze it down, and I have just created myself a needle to string my beads. Kathy, no ma'am. I'm whining because it's 50 something here today. I can't even imagine the freezing cold snow. Thanks. Love you. No, you can keep it. My bones aren't happy about it. So we're going to just use this to string the beads on. This is going to keep them from coming off the other end. This is what we've got. It's doubled over. And I'm just not even going to mess with her pattern. I'm just going to go because, she, like I said, she has great design. You tried, I know, right? No, thank you. And look at these. She has amazing beads, okay? And if you sell jewelry at in-person markets, these are like really inexpensive little kits that a little bit of work and you've got some awesome jewelry to sell. The humorous part about this is she's been doing this for 20 years and has been selling at markets. Gypsy Heart, thank you so very much. Have a very blessed rest of your evening. And thank you again for the raid, Dare. Universal Store, welcome. We're making a stretch bracelet. Just stringing some beads on. We're restringing a bracelet. How's that? Um, so how is everybody? Have you been in the shows in the Fall for Handmade Market today? Have you met new people? Have you learned new things? Have you done some holiday shopping? Inquiring minds would like to know. I started sending out the invites for the Artisan Train mashup, which is going to be December 7th and 8th. Um, it is a raid train that Wire Weaved Uniques and myself run through the holiday season, and December is going to be our last one for the year. And then we will go back to I run Artisan Creative Train, which is a demo train, and she runs the Artisan Alley. Holy Mary, that's a lot of beads. That's like 8.5 inches of beads. That is handmade sales. I got a solid new drop live demo schedule set up for market days finally. That is awesome. Yeah, I need to get my shows straightened around because they're in chaos right now. We're just going to make a larger bracelet just because it's there. Jill, I did too much. I know, right? Lost Mermaid, these are totally your colors. Um, Finally spruced up my profile since the beginning and added a segment about the market. That's awesome. It's been fun to watch the market grow and the different people, how they react to it, how they talk about it. Um, I think it's a good thing because it gives us it allows us to support each other without a ton of obligation to, like, a raid train. You sign up for a raid train and you need to be there. You need to do your thing. You need to show up. I need one more. But this is be here at your own pace. If you can do a show every week, do a show every week. If you can only do a show every other week, at least you're showing up, you're talking about it, it's in your shows, and it's supporting each other. And I think that's very, very important with the handmade community is getting the word out to more people and making more people aware of what we do over on this neighborhood of whatnot. All right, here we are. We have them strung on. So sparkly. Are you ready for this? I'm just giving it more stretches. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to get it too stretched out. I'm going to drop that if I don't watch myself. Okay. Left over right. Swing it around. Pull it in. Right over left through the loop once. Through the loop twice. And you have this. We're going to pull it down so I don't lose my grip on it. And this is what we have. Right now, I can yank on this and it's going to come, it's going to loosen, okay? I don't want it stiff. I want it to have some play in it, but I want it to be tight. So here's the thing with this. Most people pull this as tight as they can, put some glue on it, and they go about their business. What you do not take into consideration is that first round that we did down here is going to loosen up. So when you tighten your knots, you want to pull this apart, 4 cords over here, 4 cords over here, and pull that down. Did you see how that tightened down? That is how you want to make your knot when you're doing a stretch bracelet. Just pulling from the top is not going to keep it secure. You have to tighten all of the cords and pull them down. Okay. This is where I hold all my cords. I usually have something sitting on my table to put this on, but I don't. I'm going to put 1 drop of glue on there, and I'm just rolling it around, catching the ends of it, and I'm done. I'm holding it apart so it doesn't glue to my beads. And I'm just going to let it sit there for a minute. If you blow on it, it's going to dry a lot faster. I don't know why. Somebody told me once it was the moisture in your breath. I don't know. But it only takes a few seconds to dry. Almost there. Da, 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 da. Yeah. This is the boring part. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Kim. Hi, Cami Moore. Welcome in. We are making a stretch bracelet. We're remaking a stretch bracelet because the first one was a hot mess. All right, it's no longer tacky. So what I do is, and this is important that you cut the correct cord. I pull this up and I give it just a smidge, maybe like 1/8 of an inch. I don't know. Snip that off. Take the other side. Snip that off. And see if you can slide that into a bead next to it. Okay. Now, just let it settle. Just let it settle. Done and done. Any questions? Thank you. We have this other one. Do we want to go through the process again, or are we good? You're taking notes. It's one of those things, Tamika, that I just this. Oh Lord have mercy. See how it just doesn't even. That's a whole situation up in there. Wendy's also taking notes. I don't know if I can even pop that off. Oh, I can. Crap, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Elastic isn't, if you, that's the whole thing with it. If you, it's just filled with super glue, my friends. If you do the proper knots, and here's the thing, stretch bracelets are not meant to last forever. There's a couple of things, and I wear them very frequently, but I also can restring them whenever I want. There's a couple of things with stretch bracelets that I teach people as I'm selling them. Um, you want to roll them off and on. If you yank to get them off and on, you're going to, they're not going to last as long. Um, it's like this one. I probably made this, gosh, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 years ago. Yeah, thank you. I wear it all the time, but it's getting loose. And if you notice, it only has one string because it's the chip beads and the holes are little. I'm going to restring it before I wear it again because it's getting loose. That was kind of my intention of what to do today. But I'm good. We'll do mermaid beads. I'm good with mermaid beads. Purple and green, you cannot go wrong with, right? Um, so all of that into consideration, we're gonna just do this other one and do it again. Rinse and repeat for those that missed. For an 8-inch bracelet, actually any bracelet, 7 or 8 inch, I start out with like 20, 21 inches. You always want to pre-stretch. Always pre-stretch your cord. Wonder beloved, hello. Hi, Jamie. Stretch, 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 pre-stretch. Always pre-stretch. Hey, did you guys see what I was doing today while I was watching Jessie earlier? I have this strand of labradorite that I've been fondling on my desk for a long time now. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? And I knew I wanted to make myself something with it, but I didn't know what. And so I started playing with it, and I was just scrolling through different stuff today. And so I decided to make myself a labradorite and sterling silver bracelet. So this is what I was playing with this morning. That was fun. I also made a few pairs of earrings. Bailey and I have an in-person show next weekend. So made a couple of shinies. Just sitting here watching shows, making some jewelry, doing my thing. So go back to this. Stretch your cord. The two loose ends, you want to clip them so your beads don't fall off. Whether you use this, whether you use a binder clip, it doesn't matter. Take the needle that you made, slide it through the loop, and we're going to start stringing beads on. We'll start with this end. Hazy, welcome. This is a remake of a Dear Sweet Lady's design, but this one is really bugging me because it has all of these on this side and none on this side. So I'm going to set this aside and see if I can just mix that in. We're going to start with this one and see what happens. Yeah, it's like not. I think it was kind of her take on a asymmetrical, which I adore asymmetrical, but not like that. Quit analyzing it, Tamara. Yes, I could sit here and analyze this all day long and it'll be here forever. And this is not the purpose of what we're doing, right? So we're designing on the fly. She's Source Studio. Welcome in. Thank you very much. These are some of the remakes that I'm having to do because the dear sweet lady that made these used super glue on her designs, and I'm gonna complain about it till the cows come home. How are you doing today, dear? I'm just gonna stick them on because it's just not working out for me. It's just gonna be a whole bunch of green and purple bling is what we're doing right now. My girls are freaking out at me right now because I'm just sticking beads on here. This is definitely not a normal TM thing. Definitely not. She Source Studio. First time at your show, Jesse and Angela sent you. Well, welcome and thank you very much for stopping by. We are remaking some jewelry. I did a jewelry buyout just to catch you up. Excuse me. And the lady that made all of this jewelry used super glue on it. So I'm having to redo everything. Do you make jewelry? I mean, obviously, if you're in Jesse's show. Yeah, I kind of figured Jesse's got some awesome beads over there. Let me see. I'm going to give you a follow back. That's pretty awesome. I squirrel a lot. Did they tell you that? I can teach you how to do about anything. I've been making jewelry for over 40 years. Technically longer than that. I've been teaching for over 30. But if there's anything that you want to know how to make, I can probably teach you how to do it. Somebody make me stop overanalyzing this because I just don't have the right amount of beads to do this. Doesn't match. It's driving me crazy. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. Keep going, Tam. You're good. Keep going. You got this. My brain is just like fried right now. Going, no, this doesn't work. It doesn't match. Oh my god, it's killing me. How much do we have? Crap, we need more beads. Okay, put another one of these. Another one of these. Shh. Where are we at now? One more. Bam. Okay, we're done. Just don't, you guys. Don't. You're going to PM looking for assistance with the ends. What ends, love? Shh. Don't tell Tamika. I can't. That needs to go there. That's a little bit better. Shh. Don't tell nobody. It has to have a little bit of balance. I understand they're pretty blingy beads. That's a little bit. The triad, it has to be about the threes, my friends, or it drives me crazy. Wally Worlds, welcome. We're making a stretch bracelet that is 100% out of my comfort zone. Stop. What am I stopping? Wait, what? I'm stopping. Oh, that's funny. Told me to stop overanalyzing it, and I'm like yanking beads and repositioning them. Okay, I'm done. I'm finished with this. I'm going to show you how to put it together. We have some extra beads. It's okay. We'll figure out something to do with those, or they'll go in a bead soup. Guys, this is so okay. I would never be able to wear this bracelet. It would drive me insane. Not my design. It's borrowed. It's all good. We're good. Just tie the damn knot. Okay. We're stretched. We've got our cord. We're going to do this again. Left over right. Pull it down. Okay. Right over left. Through the loop once. Through the loop twice. Are you through there? Yes, you are. So you have the double. Don't lose your ends before you pull everything down. Straighten that craziness out. Okay. We're going to pull this down. Pull that tight. Then we're going to open this up. And again, this is so important when you're doing this. This is tight. Open this up and pull all of your cords tight together. That tightens your bottom and your top. If you do not do that and you just put some glue on there, your bracelets are going to pull apart. Okay? It's a fact. Make sure it's good and tight. Bushy Crafter, hello, Miss Sweet. How are you? I saw you signed up for the train. That's awesome. Not yeah, the first time, but I'm gonna show you again. So I'm gonna hold this. I hold all the cords, so they're gonna lay smoothly. Okay, holding all four cords. See that? Take my glue. My drop of glue that I put on, I roll it around and I want to cover I'm not doing more than one knot. I'm just smushing, not doing more than one blob of glue. I'm just smushing the part that I have put on there around the knot so it's a thin layer on the whole thing. Okay, we're going to hold this until it dries. Hi, Mona. How are you? We're making stretch bracelets today, my dear. You too. Y'all, Mona's in the paper crafting world and she's going to be on the Artisan Train mashup, and I'm so excited to bring more and more paper crafters into it. Great love of mine, as you all know. Oh, thank you, baby bougie crafter. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. Yeah, I can sing you a lullaby to sleep, honestly. So you want to test it, make sure it's not tacky. One of the things about this is it's not going to stick to your skin like a super glue will. And I repeat another time, do not ever in this life use super glue on your jewelry for any reason. We're going to snip, make sure that you're just snipping the excess cords and not your main cord. That would really stink to have to redo this. Giving it about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. And we are going to take this and we are going to slide that into that bead. We're going to set it down and we're going to leave it alone and let all of that settle. Easy peasy, right? Just a smidge. Right? You usually, if you cut the wrong cord, it only takes once. And then you're like, no, ma'am. Never, ever, ever use super glue on your jewelry projects. I will preach that. Preach it forever. Okay, so we got all this. We've got some extra beads left over. This is what happens. Can you see that? That is like a whole blob. Where did my pokey tool go up here? I'm fired. I have such a mess. Hey guys, I got the coolest pokey tool on the raid train. Thank you. Wait, what did Wendy say? Yay! It's pretty easy. It's not rocket science. So I legit, this is like filled with super glue. I may have to like sacrifice this really pretty bead. You can literally see the super glue through there. Sweet baby Jesus, help me. Let's see how much of it we can pull out. That was not good. Nope. Project for another day. Super glued beads. Love her dearly. There's that. Okay. So we have two really pretty mermaidy bracelets, right? Also in that kit, there was a pair of earrings that, I mean, they're okay, but they tend to stick out unless you jiggle them. Yes, I did, Wendy. I most certainly did. So when you're doing something like this, you're very welcome, dear. It was my last one, too. I'm sorry, I'm trying to contemplate the best way to fix this. Because you got a lot going on here, right? Is it going to flow better if the chain is on something else? How do we want to fix this? Let's play. See what happens. We're going to get some jump rings and we're going to play. What I would do with this, we're going to go here. First and foremost, and this is going to be part of our problem, she did not know to open side to side. Sometimes, Kathy, sometimes, the ones that are completely filled with super glue, the only way I've been able to get it out is with my electric one. The manual ones don't work, and then you have to ask yourself, is that bead really worth the 15 minutes I just spent clearing it out? So when you're working with ear wires, anything like that, you always want to open side to side. If you pull them open and then put them back, they're no longer round. Does that make sense? Well, yeah, you can see it makes sense because she pulled them open instead of opening side to side. So you want to hold on to it and open side to side. If you are getting these packs, if you are one of the people that have gotten these packs, you can go in here with your round nose and you can kind of round them back out, okay? They're not going to be perfectly round, but they're going to be better than what you've got to deal with right now. Oh no, babe, I used to sell them. It's fine. I have mine. Wendy, I'm answering you like 10 minutes later. Jay Fresh, welcome. Amy, hi. Did Dan get all the purple glitter off of him? Oh my gosh, I giggled so hard. That was awesomeness. Jump ring tip, open, lean forward and back. Don't open it like a bag of chips. Yeah. Oh, can he hear me? Crap. Hi, Dan. How are you doing today, sweetie? How popular were you at work today, dear friend? That's an evil laugh, isn't it? Ames, we rated Ames last night and she made me a really pretty tag. And it was purple butterflies with glitter. And she used, remember the whole art lines glitter? I just annihilated this while I was giggling at Amy. Anywho, what I would do with this, here's this. I would show you how to do this correct. Get my stupid hair on my face. Show you how to do this correctly. I would take a jump ring. That's so good. And you want to take 2 pairs of pliers and you want to open it side to side. When you open it side to side, it maintains that circle. Alice, you just preaching for me. Never, ever, ever use super glue on your projects. It dries yellow, it cracks. Never, ever, ever use glue sticks on something that you want to last more than a year or so. Oh, it's a whole situation. Okay, take this. we're going to hook this on. We're going to put this on. Oh, look, it's got all kinds of flowiness now. And then we're going to close this. And when you're doing it, you kind of joggle it back and forth. Joggle is a technical terminology in my world. Jiggle it back and forth until you see that it clips in where it's supposed to be. Oh, guys. Jane started that. I miss Jane. She really just needs to come back to Whatnot and quit running her shop. I'm going to do the other one. Hook that chain on there. Close that up. Back and forth until you get it to where it's closed. So we have those. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to do a different pair of ear wires. They specifically make ear wires for this, but I'm going to hook it on and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about because it's really hard to articulate today. Again, with the ear wire, open it side to side. Put your dangle on. And close it side to side. So, you see what just happened here? This is hanging sideways, right? Now, a lot of people will put a second jump ring on there and call it D for done. These earrings are already long enough. I don't want to do that. So, one of the things that you can do is hold your ear wire. I'm holding it. I'm taking that ring in my pliers. I'm holding this flat and I'm twisting it. So now, hey, it's going to hang correctly. Hi, Doodle. How are you? We're making jewelry, love. Thanks, Ames. So now I can talk crap about Dan. Sweet. And his purple glitter head. But be gentle, because my heavy hand used to break them all the time doing that. Okay, Greta. So, yes, you don't, well, that comes down to quality of what you're using too. If you have it just depends on what quality you're using, what the material is, all of that. They do actually they make ones like this. You can purchase them like this. I don't do things like this enough to even legit, and it's always easier to do before you put it together. So I just wanted to show you how it's doable. I'm holding this flat and I'm turning this at a 90-degree angle. So that's going to make my earring hang properly, right? Okay. Now we're going to open this up. I'm going to take this. Oh, that's backwards, damn. Before you close it, always check and make sure you have it the right way. It makes it easier not to have to redo this again. And so now we've fixed her earrings. So Yeah, if you muscle on them, you went and adulted. Ew. Right. Um, these are sterling ones. They're sterling plated pewter. Why is everybody adulting? We're supposed to be beating. It's Thursday. What the heck, guys? Oh, it's time for more coffee. I wonder if Rob's listening in. You did buy a lotto ticket testing the universe theory. Oh. Ames, if you win, can I put in a couple of requests asking for a friend? Pinewood, welcome. Clarissa. Gosh, I still have paint under my nails, you guys. I'm over here. Look, I have scrubbed my hands 5,000 times, I swear, since I painted. Yeah, remember the little people. Can't. The explode. Yeah, you lived through the explosion. Um, that's almost like too funny. You've been winning giveaways today? Did you win good stuffs? Just fixing these before I lose them. And there again, guys, I don't know the quality of these ear wires that she has. Who knows? Um, I mean, here we are, right? She has stuff that's very expensive stone beads to plastic all mixed in. So I don't even know. We're just gonna roll with it and be grateful that we have fun stuff to play with. That's where we're at. This is really irritating me. Carrie Jane, how are you? Lori, how are you doing today, dear? Did you survive our craziness last night? I think everybody's starting to filter through. Do we want to raid into somebody else or do we want to do another project? It's been a day. I know, right? Today feels like Monday. I'm not gonna lie. It really feels like Monday. I'm like, what? You're going live? When are you going live? Do we need to do another project, my friends, or do we want to go see what Alice has got to play with? I don't care either way. We actually fixed this one. I'm so proud of us. You were going when I got on, but then waited. Well, crapola. I was supposed to be raiding into Lynn. But I don't even think she's on. No, you need to go on more than Lynn does. Feels like the first day of the rest of my 9 lives. You need to go on more than. I'm just saying. It's a whole situation. So, guys, I did my nails a couple of days ago. Ignore the paint because, jelly prints all day yesterday. And they're the color changing thing. So, right now I'm warm, but when I get cold, they're like this really deep purple color. I was packing orders last night and I went to pick up a box and it like ripped my nail all the way down here. So now I gotta go fix it again. So annoying. They looked so pretty for like a day. This is why I don't do my nails. Thank you. I do too. I like it. I usually do them in the winter because I mean in Arizona when it's hot, they never change colors. But in the winter, it's the only good thing about being cold is I have Mood ring fingers. Mood ring fingernails. It's cool. Anyway, so there's that. So we got this done, and I still didn't get my amethyst bracelet fixed, which is what my goal was for today. Because I want to wear it when we go to the in-person show. Um, would anybody like to see some of the fantabulous jewelry that I make, that I have for sale? That is kind of what we're here for the handmade market, to sell our handmade goods. It's a whole thing we got going on, my friends. And it's going to be epic. I'm just going to hang out and fix my purple bracelet. You all tell me what to do. I'm good. Pre-stretch. Always pre-stretch your cords. Always, always, always. What? Wait, Mona's a dominatrix? Always, always, always pre-stretch. Mona, I don't know. That's what he's just said. Why? Why would you say that? Oh, that's so awesome. Oh my gosh, I love that so much for y'all. Let's see if it'll fit on here. This is my little one. We'll see. So these are design. There's a word for it, and it's just like escaping me right now. Design rods. You're looking for a leather studded one? Oh. Nurse Jessie, welcome in. Mona, I can help you with that, ma'am. A leather studded visor? Ames, text me. I can fix this. Oh, ma'am, I got you. All right, remaking. We don't want to lose all of this, though. And it's hooked in the ear. Look at this mess we got going on. Breathe down. Okay, we're going to put the pretty blingy earrings up here. There's pretty blingy earrings. There's the pretty blingy bracelets. You can see those. That's where we're going to work. So, design rods. I am going to love when you go live and have that on. I Ames, Mona's in the artisan train mashup for December. She needs a Christmas one for the train. Just saying. You in charge of that, ma'am. This is called delegation, my friend. Yes. Did you sign up, Hayes? Are these going to fit? Crap, that's why I didn't use that. All right. So the universe is going to make me work for this because it won't fit on my thing. So when I have to do something like this and it won't fit on my little thingy-mabopper, and I got to actually work for it, I leave it on the thread or the string or whatever it's on, and I literally just pick up and go one at a time. Oh, this is going to be nightmare, my friends. That sounds like a BS excuse to me, Aim. We may not be doing this right now. Oh, that's going to be some work. Okay. We're going to work for this one, my friends. Some of them are going to be tighter than others. We're going to be okay.
Still have it?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got more coffee. We can keep going. Amy says, thanks, coffee man. See, this is where we're going to struggle. Some of them are going to be really, really tight. Jeez, oh, Pete. Okay. That one has a really big hole in it, so I'm going to set it aside. Thank you, love. And set a couple of them aside to use for the ends. You have a Christmas green one with sequins. I mean, that'll work. Have you ever wrapped Christmas lights around it? Just curious. So I envision you with a visor, like the old school boho stuff that I still wear to this day. That's a whole nother thing in my world. Um, so remember how we used to put the scarves around our hats and have this ties hanging down our back because we were cool? Do that with Christmas lights. It's like a hat scarf with Christmas lights. And they have the Christmas lights that are battery operated. So, girl, I can design stuff all day long. You were never that cool. I still wear scarves in my hair to keep it out of my face. Go. Some of these are going to be like just boogers. I have a bazillion scarves. See, that's another. Hey, see, we're looking at all of the positive things about winter in Arizona. I get to wear color changing. I get to have mood ring nails. And beading, yes, my friend, it is very pain in my butt. Ooh. I need to spend more time in her shows. Apparently. I have not caught that side of her yet. I will have to make a point to usually, Mona, when I catch you on is when you're on a raid train. Um so I think those are, I mean, you're obviously you're on a raid train, you're selling stuff, and you don't have time to sit here and BS with everybody and cut up to the level that you do when it's just one of your regular shows, right? Um, so I get that. So I'm gonna have to go find some of your non-raid train shows and come hang out. Ames, tag me when she's on. I need to. Oh, that's funny, honey. So funny. Watching me string these is like as boring as watching my paint dry. Not not impressed with this. No, you enjoy this? Okay, Wendy, I'll just keep right on doing it for you, my love. Bam. The beautiful thing about doing something like this is I have amethyst chips. So if I find that I don't have enough beads that I can get this needle through, I can always go grab some more beads. I would prefer not to, but there is that option. Visors backwards. I just need to make a point. Usually, here's the thing, when I invite people to the raid train, I typically go into their shows. I see how they handle a demo, how they interact with people. Um, if they're negative, they're nope, not happening. Will not have an invitation. If I I'm not trying to say I'm a snot about it, but I want I want to bring quality. I want quality to represent the handmade community. That's better. And so I always try to go into people's shows before we send out the invitation. And you know my incognito mode that I keep forgetting to turn off. That's the reason because I go in and check new people out. And I've had some interesting people request to be on our train that it was a full-blown education. One person was, I think she got her Whatnot app mixed up with her Tinder app. So that was interesting. Yeah. I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. We don't do this on Whatnot. Oh, it's all, people. People are going to people. My biggest thing with the raid train is please adults so I don't have to do it for you. That's like my biggest thing. Just please adult. There is no reason that I have to adult for grown ass people. It probably would have made me push even harder to get you on my train, honestly. So it's all good. Um, Alice, are you gonna go nice? Yeah, I was really glad I wasn't taking a drink of coffee right then. I think we might have this, my friends. Okay, almost. Note to self, do not take a drink and look at chat at the same time. Those two break moments cannot be done simultaneously because spewing coffee all over the bead mat is not good. Although, did you guys see the duck, duck, Donald, duck, duck? Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. How many thousands of times a day do you get that? Welcome. And yeah, I sing-songed it too. That's pretty cool. Cool username. Tell me that you are in the handmade community and I can say your name 20 times. That would be so amazing. Thank you for sharing the live stream. I appreciate it. Oh guys, I got reprimanded. Here's my just made me think of that. I was nominated for a whole bunch of the Naughty Awards and I keep forgetting to promote said things. I bought one of your stickers earlier. Just saying. So, I was nominated for quite a few of the, Nellie, welcome. And thank you for sharing. Um, you're welcome. So I was nominated for quite a few of the Naughty Awards, and if you want to vote, of course the paper's on my printer, I can't show you, but go to thesuburbanbish.com, and there's 25 different categories, and scroll through all of the people in each category before you put your vote in. But it's going to be fun. The awards ceremony is January 4th. And no, Lori, I didn't hear you singing. There's a lot of people in my chat that are nominated too for different things. But anywho, it's just something to check into. It's fun. I was told that I was not, shouldn't say, for me, getting in trouble is a friend saying, "Why aren't you promoting yourself?" Because I don't think about myself, I think about everybody else. So I'm trying to make a point every show to say, please go vote for me, because it's a huge honor to be nominated and I'd really like to win one. So please go vote for me. That's all. No. How much length do we have here? I mean, you'd think, here's the funny part with this, you would think that it's going to be the same. Awesome, Wendy. Everybody needs to go vote. It would be the same length. But oftentimes with chips, how you place them on will change the length of the whatever it is you're doing, right? I'm going to take this off and I'm going to just hope that I can get these through here. Oh, moment of clarity. Semi-final voting going on now. So vote, one vote per email, and it's all anonymous. Oh, and then the final round of voting is December. I got you. So basically, between now and November 30th, there's just 10 more days. There's a ton of people on there. A ton of people are nominated. The top 5 people will go to the next round, and the voting for the top 5 people will be in December. And then January 4th, they're going to announce the winners out of those top 5s. Am I right, Ames? I think I got that. Yeah. Okay. Duck, Dawn. I gotta see this. Oh, did I just slide those on and not say something? That is amazing. Tanya. Wow. I'm gonna give you a follow back just because fun. That is fun. My chat froze. Okay, here we go. Let me go backwards for you, Wendy. I'm gonna hook this so I don't drop everything. I'm gonna hook this back up because I just stuck it in there and didn't think about it. So the dangles are all hooked on a jump ring. It's actually, yeah, it's a jump ring. So should I restring them and do all the things? Absolutely. Am I going to? Absolutely not. So all the little dangles are on here. So I'm going to slide all of this on through that main ring where all my dangles are hanging from. Make a sense of? And I legit did not want to do that. I want to put that. I have some of those too. I sell those actually in my whole bead extravaganza. I don't want this where my knot is, so I'm taking that back off. I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to put this bead. So that I don't want that charm part right at where my knot's going to go. I just want something between it and my knots. Okay. Stretches again. With these, you kind of want to make sure, because remember we had those few that just wouldn't go anywhere. Make sure that you don't have a ton of gaps in there. Some are okay, but you don't want a ton. So here we go again with the knotting process. Again, ready? Left over right, pull it up. Right over left through the loop once, through the loop twice, pull down. When you pull it down, it's got a lot going on. I should not have put that charm there, but anyway. Under normal circumstances, I would have put this halfway over here so it didn't interfere with my knots, but I'm not restringing those, so here we are. So it's kind of in my way. So again, we're going to hold all 4 strings. Actually, there's 8, but you're going to have 4 in each hand. And see how I'm just kind of seeing which way it lays naturally the best? That's how I'm going to hold on to it, and that is how I'm going to pull it tight. Pulling that tight. Daddy's money, welcome. Karen? Ma'am. Yes, if you want broken bracelets, glue it with super glue. Just what Doodle said. No, ma'am. GS Hypo Cement to the rescue. A drop of glue and rub it around, making sure all of that is covered. Hold that until it dries. Gypsy Heart, welcome back. Then use the glue that you have the hardest time closing. Absolutely. Put that sucker under your magnifying glass. I mean, you all have watched me close that 5 times today, and I have been exceptionally lucky, but it doesn't always work like that. You know what? I have a pair of those glasses over here. They make my head hurt. It does not. Some days it just doesn't cooperate. So I'm going to touch it with my fingers. Oh, it's still tacky over there. We're going to leave that alone. Yeah, some days it just acts a fool. It's all good. So again, my precious, precious ones, do not cut the wrong strings right here. Whatever you do not cut the wrong strings. It is heartbreaking when you cut the wrong strings. How do I know this? Because I've done it a couple of times. I've had students in classes do it and like literally get up and walk out and say, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. It's a whole situation. Okay, we're going to take a deep breath and see if this is going to slide in because these are tiny little holes. It gave us 2 choices. Is it going to work? Nope. Oh well. There we have it. So there's my bracelet. I'm going to leave it to settle and we're good to go. Throwing away all this extra cord. And we are awesome. No redos with those tiny holes. And I mean, realistically, here's the thing with it. It's got enough going on that you really can't see that, right? You really can't see it. It's okay. Thank you, Wendy. Um, all things. Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with that. Here's the thing with it though, is it lasts forever because it has that pokey thingy, right? If it didn't have that, we'd be replacing it constantly, and it's too expensive to replace constantly. All right, my friends, we're going to see if anybody is live with the Handmade Market. I don't know if they are or not. Does anybody want to grab some of these kits before we go? You are very welcome anytime, my dear. And if you guys have ideas of stuff you want me to teach, send me a message. You got some of them, Karen. These doohickeys. Well, let me grab one that's not the ones with the bracelets and the earrings that we were selling the other night. That's what we just did this with. You have some. Oh, we're gonna have kits for tomorrow night. Y'all, tomorrow we are going to continue with our junk journal that we started last Friday. I sold out of kits last Friday and I paid extra to have them all priority shipped, so you should have them before tomorrow. That's a whole thing. So tomorrow evening We are going to the candy box. Yes. We are going to finish that up. Then the following week, we're going to be working on the oh, I don't know if we're going to do that Thanksgiving week because Bailey and I have that in-person show. Can't do that. The week after Thanksgiving, we're going to do the needle books. So, and I still have some kits for that available as well. Saturday, Rob and I are doing live crafty thrifting. And then Sunday, we are celebrating Thanksgiving with my family. And yeah, that's where we're at. Got busy, 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 busy. So if you need anything or you are have any suggestions for tutorials, let me know. Why am I having such a hard time? I'm trying to find a fall for Handmade show. Mary Mother, don't curse. Are y'all prepared for Lynn? She's on. Can we do Lynn today, my friends? Yes? Okay. We're going to go see Lynn. I will see you all tomorrow evening, okay? Please? Yes? Maybe? Why does this do this to me? Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging, putting up with me and my antics. And tomorrow night, we're going to be working on the candy journals. Much love. Have a blessed night. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.